what's the whole idea of this? Like, what's the core idea of this?
Core idea is community outreach so that mental health is able to reach people that don't have the money to pay for it. Counseling is basically a rich man's luxury, not something that the vulnerable, oppressed communities, populations have access to. Psychology community outreach also focuses a lot on sex education. How do we psychoeducate those that don't have the money? There's a very different method, there's a very different approach. They have to relate to it. Some of the things that we do in PCOT, well, the participants, they go to the NGOs or wherever we have decided to take them. Some of the things that we do carry out is, say, therapeutic listening, play therapy, art therapy, drama therapy as well. One of the ways that we do psychoeducate them is through stories, is through dramas, is through role play. And I guess a lot of our participants even form very close bonds with these people that they see, and vice versa. These bonds are long lasting, and even after they graduate from the program or from the workshop, from the internship, they still continue that bond. The first PCOT experience is very overwhelming for people. It's because they see that the need is so much, but they never fulfill it. So we try to tell them to shift that sadness towards action and to doing it sometimes as opposed to never doing it.
Interning at Karma has been a life-changing, eye-opening experience for me. The community outreach program was particularly rewarding. I actually felt that I was making a difference and contributing, putting in my bit to make people's lives a little better, a little happy for at least some time. That felt wonderful.
This program has provided me with solid information and insightful exposure which I could not have attained within the four walls of my classroom, and it has reiterated to me the importance of mental health professionals, particularly within the Indian society.
The organization has given me immense knowledge in the field of psychology, basically the practical side of it, by organizing a lot of NGO visits and community outreach programs, with which it has helped me as a professional mental health counselor to deal effectively with the problems to come in the future.
Karma is a very unique center in the sense that it not only teaches us and gives us exposure about all the different fields of psychology, but it also helps us in working in the grassroots level in different NGOs. So we get to see all different kinds of people, meet with them, have an interaction, and just get to know a lot about humans and their values. And at the same time, a very unique thing about this organization is also that it gives a lot of focus on the LGBTQ movement and their support, which is, I think, a great deal which is required in this country.
It's been a very touching journey, because you always imagine yourself in a very posh, savvy cabin, that you're sitting with the clients, trying to help the client. But when you go out there to the NGOs, do the field work, and when you see the people who are desperately in need of any sort of mental health and they don't get it, then is why your opinion about mental health is challenged. And I think I would like to appreciate and applaud and thank Karma for this, that they made us connect with those people who actually need a lot of help from you, from us, from everybody.
Though from non-psychology background, the PCOT program has actually helped me with the exposure and the skills that are actually needed in our life to help the people in the society. And this was a really new experience in my life up till now.
Through this program, I visited 4 NGOs, and I understood one thing very clearly, that all of us kind of live in shells. We live a relatively safe and comfortable life, unaware of the miseries and pains of so many out there in the world. So when you go out and actually meet them, you really understand what's going on with them, and that's what we did. We listened to them, we played with them, and we tried to educate them on some sensitive issues through skits and dramas. And very importantly, we actually built a bond which they need just as much as food and shelter. So for me, this experience was actually inspirational. किसकी ड्राइंग बनाई है? लड़की की? कौन है ये?
बचपन तुझमें है कहीं नहीं, जिले में जीतने का मन तुझमें है कहीं नहीं। तूने देख लिया दोजा, तेरी आंखों में पा लिया दोजा, मैंने पा लिया तेरी आंखों में दोजा। क्या जी
ले लिया? और गाना है?
मेरी जोड़े से तुझे मालूम नहीं, तू तो थी और मैं जवान, तुझ पे कुर्बान मेरी जान मेरी जान।